2, Mazes and Mischief, to be rebranded this weekend. But no, seriously. We are about to get started on our D&D stream, but unfortunately, Mischief needs a hot second reprieve to kind of gather herself, because it's been a day at work, just standard stuff. So I'm gonna hand it over to Kat
Also,
for a second, and they'll have a nice,
we've
lovely
got some
chat.
big updates. So while Viv's here, we've got some big updates this week. We officially got a sponsor, Goblin Dice Games and Grill, Cumming, Georgia. Check it out. The food is better than the atmosphere, and that's already pretty banging because they play D&D and Magic right there. You can even get drunk. It's basically a tavern. It's good stuff. Just don't be a problem. Otherwise, the dice goblin might eat you. Just saying. What else is going on for us this week? We're a player down. Um,
Wait, what?
Mayhem is out. Mayhem
Oh.
is out doing something. If one of you want to message him, he should be here. He's like, I'll be back by 7. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, we luckily we have a chance and time to talk about lots of things. I'm waiting
Um,
on food too.
other other big updates for us this week are we had some major updates in the campaign last week with the addition of the shuffle alliance cards that we all received. That was pretty neat. We're trying to tie that in with our Sentai stuff because it's been fun. Um, Still really pushing for Bandai Namco and all of them to make an official tabletop Gundam campaign book for us. Give us some rules, man.
And for those
Uh,
wondering, I have the webcam up for something that is going to come up after we're done having a lovely chat here.
yeah. What else has been happening for us this week? Viv has a lot of stuff going on with her modeling, which has been great. One of the other things we're looking at doing going forward is some ASMR and silent building for videos on YouTube and stuff. Just snippy, clackies, no talky, maybe just some airbrushing and whatnot. The things that you can just throw on in the background and gel out to while you're working or doing whatever.
Will there be whispering?
Maybe. Maybe we'll do some whispering,
Yeah,
but only if it's dirty and in my ear.
it is. It is hard to. So the problem is with my build streams is now I've got music on in the background because this was a suggestion made to me, and it helps overall. People just, I don't know, gives them something else to have in the background. Most people love background noise, but unfortunately, because of Twitch's TOS and all that stuff, you cannot have that going off in the VOD. You can have it while you're streaming, but not in the VOD. So, yeah, that kind of doesn't get saved.
No sneaky snitch?
No sneaky snitch. New primer, everybody. We ordered that. I haven't opened it until today. We got varnish coming. The gray primer was not hot working. Um, for those who knew my plights that we were having with Amazon, they did a little bit better with the second replacement package. So we got our law in all right condition. They still fucked up the back, not gonna lie. They still fucked up the back. But hey, at least now I got a good one. I would love to basically swap out the bottoms, but then it'll look really weird when they get it back. And I just don't want to cause any issues with my return. Some other kits that we got in just this afternoon. We have our lovely Justice Real Grade that we are going to be building at some point during our streams this coming time. I'm not sure exactly what's going to go in what order, but, I am still painting up my contest piece. I think the Justice is going to be the back burner one because I did promise everybody that the next major build, which did show up today, is going to be our Dynasty Warriors Barbados. In the case of this, they're calling it the Godflame Kaide, but unfortunately, that's what happens when you have a company copy another company, which copied another company. But
I'm okay with this. Look, because at the end of the day, You're gonna strip that sucker down, do something cool with it, and then we're just gonna rename it anyways.
Maybe. I haven't decided if I'm actually going to bother with repainting it or anything. I mean, it's got the right color scheme. Adding things to it's going to be difficult. Um, did we end up actually going to? Are we at Goblin today or no?
We are not at Goblin today. They are prepping for a show. So
No worries.
let me get in a quick commercial for Goblin Dice and Games real quick, everyone. So bear with me. Goblin Dice Games and Grill, a growing stock of over 2.2 million magic cards and possibly the largest in the state of Georgia. If they don't have it, no one does. We host other events after hours, and you can come in and book tickets now. Shout out to Goblin Dice and Grills. They do local shows. That's what they're prepping tonight. It's why I'm not there doing this in house. The shows are really important to the local LGBTQ community. They close up, they do it after hours. It's a lot of prep work. The shows almost show out or sell out instantly. So if you guys are ever interested, if you're in the area, if you're LGBTQ, pop in and ask them when they go on sale. Definitely worth going. Um, I'm not going to say what type of show it is, only because of controversies in the neighborhood and different things. And we don't necessarily want to bring that in on our D&D stuff. This is supposed to be cool and everybody's welcome, no matter what. But not everybody's cool with every subject. You know what I mean? So theater arts where people are like dying or whatever might not necessarily be an appropriate thing to advertise or whatever, right? At the end of the day, come on in, check them out. The food's amazing. Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Shout out to the Goblin Dice owners. We call her the Goblin Dice Mom. She's amazing. She's super friendly. And if you come in, she'll take care of you like she's one of your own. Still there, Viv? Possibly not. I'm excited. We're sponsoring a model that we're going to be putting up in the store. We're going to be taking a Zaku or a Goof. I'm not sure which. We'll get Viv in on this one. We're going to make it look like a spicy little goblin mech Gundam with a rocket launcher. We're going to give it some dime 20s and paint it up to look cool, covered in numbers and whatnot, and have a good time. As for Goblin Dice, they have a stock of over 2.2 million magic cards and growing. They're still sorting through a lot of it, so please bear with them if they come in and they're like, hey, we probably have it. We're just, they have so much business going on right now. It's absolutely staggering. Even at like 4 in the afternoon, there are people, or like 2 and 3 in the afternoon, even on weekdays. There's people in there playing D&D, people in there playing cards. Bring your family, bring your friends. It's awesome. Meow.
All
Ha
right,
ha ha.
we're back.
Welcome back, dude. I finished the stuff with about Goblin Dice, and that was
Uh,
pretty good.
all right, let
Um,
me just go through
got
here
into the
and
premise.
read all of our messages from our lovely
Yeah,
viewer. So you know how a
give me a meme
non-binary
from over to
scummerai
me.
kills someone? They slash them. Please gore claw with them. What the fuck? No, Scummerai is not a non-binary character. Just for clarification, as much as that might trigger the person who originally played them.
Can we secretly make like Scummerai a Ken doll?
Yes.
It's not nice to every Ken doll everywhere, but yes. All right.
Make him a mannequin.
So unfortunately, I know our lovely friends over at Goblin Gaming are not watching this, but I did want to at least showcase. the piece that we are building for them. Hopefully, they didn't see the price tag there because it's irrelevant. But we're building their Zanku, and we're gonna
I
add.
just was talking about that.
Yeah. So
No, fill
basically,
us in. I was telling people that you'd be back to fill them in, so do. I'm excited.
yeah. So what we're gonna do with the Zaku, even though it is Char Zaku, it's life. Um, it is the only thing available on the market. I was gonna plan to repaint it anyway, so that way it'd have a crisper green because the original Zaku is green, but I don't like the quality of the base plastic. But we are going to be repainting
Hold
that.
on. Can I get it? Can I get a second? What do you mean you don't like the quality? Because I'm still learning a lot of this. So fill us in.
So, actually, this is a good point. Let me get something I did versus a piece that I built. So these are 144s for clarification, but it still comes out the same kind of plastic color. So obviously this is the RX-78 that I built and painted myself with our airbrush that we have. It's not great. It was my first test. Hi, Cav. How you doing? But even though I did a shoddy, quick job because I wanted to test the airbrush out, I know I can do better. And then obviously here is our Freedom Rouge. I'm going to be lazy and we're going to leave off a lot of words there because it's a long fucking name. You can kind of see the quality of the difference between painting yourself versus the injected colored plastic. However they do the process, that's not on me, but you can tell that there's a higher quality appearance to it just because you painted it. Now, obviously, it depends on the quality of the paint and airbrush and all this yada yada. But honest opinion, that's why I don't like the base Zaku green, and I do want to repaint that. I have not picked a green yet for our Goblin Gaming, as well as any other potential colors that we're adding, besides the automatically enforced gunmetal color that we will have to have. The other thing that we're going to be adding to our lovely Zaku 2 for our sponsor,
Hey,
quote
Viv.
unquote, yes.
Hey, Viv, before we roll on, because we were just talking about what color green we're going to paint the Zaku.
Uh huh.
So my thoughts were, we have the logo for the sign. It has some goblins on there. Let's try and copy pasta that green. It's really good because it's almost the same green that they use in when I was reincarnated as a slime, and
Mm-hmm.
the whole goblin village there uses almost that exact shade of like kind of peaish green, and it's really good. It feels like the whole goblin theme, like even what you see in the movies almost. It's
Yeah.
solid. I was like, ooh.
Okay, I do see the green that they are using because I am in the Discord as well. Plus, kind of looking vaguely at the
Um,
dark pictures that were taken at night. Thank you. I'm kidding. I appreciate the bit of help you've done
no, no,
there.
no. No, Angel has an amazing one in a slideshow I could possibly share over.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that off hours,
Yeah.
and I'll
Yeah,
post that up for you.
I
Mm-hmm.
have the image. I can just send it to Mix the Mischief.
Yeah.
Just shoot it to Viv.
Yeah. Just shoot it to Viv. Mischief doesn't
Shoot it
have
direct
their
to Viv.
own account.
We're working on it.
um. But
I'm going to
anyways,
talk to one of their staffers about building them a Discord and some other things, so we'll get them going.
yeah. Yeah, because I was thinking about texting them, being like, hey, how do you want to do this with your server necessarily? Like, because they don't have necessarily a place for this yet in their server yet, and that's fair. But, and I want to expand at some point to kind of match some of their customer base. I need to figure out what their customer base is consistent mostly of. Like, I see.
Oh, hold on. Actually, I was going to bring you a thing about that.
Uh huh.
Cat's going to start doing videos from in store
Uh huh.
as your Raspberry Pimptress doing EDH commentary, and I'm going to grab a player a week. We're going to do a video. We're going to interview them, have them sit down, talk through their decks that people are playing, what's fun, what's interesting about it, and where we sort of set it on a power scaling as players.
Okay.
And that's just something fun and interesting. Shout out to Magic's brilliant professor. He's the true Willy Wonka of card games. I know not everybody loves you, but I can. It's okay, I can. He's a
Professor
great dude,
Talarian.
and the Tolarian professor, yes.
Yes, I love his work.
Huge
Oh
shout
my
out.
god, his reviews on products are just so fun and entertaining.
Thank you, right? And that's what I was thinking is
I mean,
rather than steal his shtick
yeah,
of reviewing products,
right,
I'm going to talk to people about their decks within the store and stuff.
right. Like, I like his reviews. I used to enjoy watching his box openings, but now with how bad box openings have gotten, I've kind of given up on those. Now, granted, with their new
Yeah,
system, where they ditched the set booster and the draft booster and created a base booster, whatever the fuck they want to call that shit, but I would be probably interested in looking back into him again for that. Again, I haven't been playing Magic since Eldraine 2.0,
you
so
know what I think would be hot right now, Viv?
huh.
Do a reprint on basically everything except for the Power 9. And reprint all the old sets as they came out in order, just the one time, and then leave the Power 9 because they already did the Magic 30th anniversary. But
Hmm.
this time, actually sell them as display, not like proxy display pieces, but like actual tournament legal cards, and sell them for like the reprints on them separate for like $1,000 for the pack of 9. That's
Hmm.
$100 a card. That ensures that their like base value basically. I would out myself $1,000 to get my hands on a nine on the Power 9. Absolutely.
Yeah, you might be asking for much there, but I know they've done a lot of reprint sets recently, especially because Ravnica is one of the favored sets from them. So they recently have done a quote unquote like Ravnica remastered. I believe they did one for Innistrad as well, didn't they, Barry?
I really want to see them bring back Urza Saga,
Eh,
but the
no.
problem with the Urza's block is, well, in Urza there's more banned and restricted cards than any other set in Magic, and that's just problematic in and of itself. You have Time Walk, Time Twister, Time Spiral, Rewind, uh, Wheel of Fortune, just all sorts of ignorant crap in that
They
set.
they kind of did when they went and
That was
did Brothers
so
War and
trash.
the sets that were kind of revolving around the time frame of Brothers War.
I would like to see a reprint of Theros. I know it's still kind of new and fresh, but Theros was an absolutely amazingly designed set.
We did come back to
I have
Theros
never been
recently
so.
too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Basically,
shout out to. Go on.
they went back to Theros where Elspeth was revived, more or less, something like that. I don't quite remember the story, but yeah, it was a great times.
I'm booping
Let me see here.
Sergeant at the moment. We
Oh,
we could
good.
play without, and he'll just
Right.
pile in later if we do decide.
So
Um,
basically, this year they have we've already done. Leave me alone. We have the Ravnica remaster set that came out in January. Murders at Karlov Manor, which is another Ravnica set, technically, was in February.
yep,
We had the Fallout set in March. Coming up here in April, we have Thunder Outlaws of Thunder Junction, which is a Western kind of theme.
you missed. Hold on.
Yeah.
So, you missed the Clue set actually.
Hmm. No one cares about Clue.
They
Clue's fake.
dropped a set rather recently that was themed off the Clue game,
Murders at
and
Karlov
apparently it's pretty
Manor.
cool.
Murders at Karlov Manor was the Clue set. You're welcome.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did not know that was Clue themed.
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
In June. So for some reason
Yeah,
they're
I
actually
have.
skipping a month. I've never seen Magic do this. Now obviously this is probably not an accurate schedule, but they're from this schedule particularly I found says they're skipping May. Unheard of for Magic. So there's probably something in May that's not there. In June they're doing a Modern Horizons 3 because they really need to do Modern Horizons. In July we're doing an Assassin's Creed kind of Universes Beyond set. Bloomborough is in August 2nd. I don't remember much about Bloomborough, but I think it was supposed to be more just like fey creatures, and it's more supposed to be cutesy stuff rather than the normal Magic the Gathering.
Oh, this is gonna sound really horrid, but
Oh,
there's a part of me that hopes they decide to go with a. What's the game you're playing right now, Angel? That's all about democracy. Everybody's loving it. Helldivers.
Helldivers. Jinx.
Helldivers won't happen
Meow.
anytime soon. Oh, I could probably actually turn this off. I don't need this on anymore.
Meow. Meow.
No meowing on my fucking stream.
Meow.
Womp womp. Do you want to talk again?
All right,
Cat,
Okay.
cat, cat.
I'm done with your kinking
Thank-
in my stream.
Hmm?
Anyways,
No. So on the side we play the Jinx game. So the rule is if you say things at the same time you get jinxed, you
yeah,
can't talk if somebody says your name 3 times.
fair enough. Anyways, we're almost done eating here, so we'll be able to get started on the actual stuff. Hopefully Mayhem will be in at a reasonable time, but we'll figure it out. There's a lot of quote unquote dialogue that's gonna occur.
I'm okay with this. I'm excited to see where our campaign goes. I was watching other people in the store DM today,
Mm-hmm.
and at one point, like somebody like you can see like the paint on my face something, and one of the guys looks over and he goes, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't mean to like third party this," and they're all like, "No, go for it." And the DM's like, and they're like, "No, look, DM, just a ghost appears and is giving us advice suddenly." The DM's like, I don't even know what to make of this. I no. And they're like, come on. He's like, ugh, fine. And they're like, what would you do? And I'm like, well, I'm over here shaking my head because all I can think of is you made beer from holy water, right? And he's like, oh, he's like, yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, and I'm like, yeah. I said, well, you guys are sitting here dealing with a demonic entity, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, here, why don't you get drunk with the bastard and then turn it back to holy water? And the whole group went, and the guy that I was talking to that was turning out the water to beer
Mm-hmm.
was like, you're a genius. Where did you come up with that? And I'm like, John Constantine did it to Satan. But the DM was like, well, and I'm like, yeah, no, look, go DM for little kids sometime that are murder hobos, and eventually you just learn to be like, it's your game, guys, knock yourselves out.
Right.
And the DM was just like, actually, this is a really good, okay, yeah, huh. And the whole party was just loving it. They're like, you're suddenly the ghost here that's giving us advice, and I'm just like, I'm trying to sort magic cards and not be all up in your game.
Failure at your own job.
Yeah, no, and to be fair, I went back to sorting cards and talking to Angel, so I don't really know if they even wound up doing that.
Come on, kiddo. Let's go back
But
up.
it was one of those moments where they were just like, let's third party the DM out of
Freya,
nowhere.
I will fucking come pick your ass up. Come on.
Viv,
Yeah.
truth. Since we're here on stream and we're doing the D&D thing, now that you've DM'd a little bit after being hot on my heels,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the things you've learned running this campaign that you never really thought about before as a DM?
Hold on.
Well, I think she decided to go eat her cat.
Womp
Well,
womp.
she's eating venison and maybe some kitty jerky. Ah, we'll have an ad from our sponsors. No, I'm just messing with you. Not right now. How are you tonight, Angel? Tell us about how things are going in your life.
I
How's it been with your VTube mob?
I forgot to work on it.
That's okay.
Hmm.
Are you excited for today's campaign?
Uh, I want to use my rocket.
What about your army of Angel? Your army.
Oh yeah, my my army of nightingales.
That's right.
Yeah,
You have a little. You're brooding a little army there.
I want to sick them on some people. I just.
You're the queen of diamonds. Your character is so backwards.
What do you mean?
Oh,
What's wrong with my character?
just by the end of this campaign, you're gonna be one of those this is gonna be one of those characters in machines that just goes down in infamy. Is just all about the lulls and being amazing.
All right, sorry about that, everybody.
My character has just been bloodthirsty.
So
You're our murder hobo.
Hmm.
basically, it's been nice. The new campaign has definitely been a lot. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking break his neck. I'll be back.
That's not very
Wow,
nice.
that was amazing. We may be witnessing a Mardar live on stream, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't
Everybody,
think
please
that's gonna be
stand
it.
by.
This is okay.
I'm waiting to hear the wrenches from the bay being thrown,
I I
the
bet
random cursing, an
cat
F
I
bomb.
cat I will bet you a Snickers bar that the victim wins.
You know, if I were a gambling hoe, I might say maybe, but Cat doesn't gamble.
So no Snickers bar.
No
Really,
Snickers bar,
really
boo.
fucking helps when people respect the fact that you're a fucking streamer, you know?
What do you mean?
He broke the sink and needed me to keep taking pictures, but then kept asking for more like it's not a hassle or something to me. When he's the one who broke it in the first place, he should know his own fucking sink by now. He's been here for how many years?
Did he turn the water off from underneath?
I don't know what he did. I don't really care anymore. I just need to get the fuck out of
Okay,
here
well, if it
too.
comes back up here, if it comes back up here and bugs you again, just put everything down, go down there, reach under the sink, and start turning levers. You'll turn everything off eventually. You'll figure it out. Trust me.
Well, no. He wanted pictures because he's picking up an item to replace it. But it's like he should know what his sink looks like. He shouldn't need my help to know what his sink is and isn't. Um,
How many photos do you need?
he wanted one from underneath, and then after I sent it, he's like, "Well, I need one from on top as well." I'm like, "You shouldn't fucking need one from on top. You should already know what your sink looks like." I don't know. I'm about done. I'm already done with the state as it
Vivian
is.
says, Vivian says, I have zero tolerance for nonsense today and
It
tomorrow.
is,
Everybody at work was brain dead.
to be fair,
Angels are murder hobo. My brother's being dumb.
to be fair, it is fucking Wednesday, and you don't fuck with me on Wednesdays or Sundays for that matter. But anyways, no, it's
No.
been a nice change of pace. Um, as much as I like Dexagram, which is our other campaign that we were trying to do, and I had some issues with. Maybe I was being a little bit too controlling, but whatever. Um, this gives us a little bit more of a place to play where the majority of players are interested in it. Because, most of us enjoy Gundam to some extent. Unless your name is Angel, then you're just here for your boo.
Or
Angel's here to murder Hobo and be a problem. Truth. That's why I kind of was like, yes, come play.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
fully
know.
intend on getting
Honestly,
lost in malls.
Angel's because she literally just builds this genuine character and then plays to the character.
Yeah, a little too much.
A little too much, yeah.
What?
What obstacles have you had to overcome? I know the first session I dropped on you. What was that like?
What happened
And
to
there's
me?
a so we'll be ready to start here in like 5 minutes. So tell us, Viv, what was that like for somebody who was not expecting it? Like how much prep time did I give you?
For what? Oh, that day? You
Day
gave me
one
you gave
as
me
DM.
you gave me 40 minutes.
Did you
I
panic?
I didn't panic. I wasn't expecting it, so I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, well, this is what we did. This is what I want to do. Let's try it. I don't even remember what our first session was, but I don't think that I forced
No,
y'all
you did.
right into the
You
arena.
did your first time.
The only thing is I don't know if this is the third episode or the fourth episode I've done.
Fixed.
Because technically speaking, episode 6 was put into two parts because of how long it took us. Is what it is. Now I would love it if some of our brain dead players could work. I'm not gonna
I
name
have an
names.
idea.
Not gonna name names. Who my brain dead players are, but they know who they are.
Hey, Caspar. Do
Hey,
me a
Cat,
favor.
Cat, I have an idea. You want to hear it?
Hmm.
I
Hey,
want to put my
Caspar.
I want to put my tiny little nightingales. I want to give them 24/7 shifts, just making weapons and stuff without pay.
But
I
here's the
don't think
question.
they were ever asking for this.
Here's a
Yippee!
here's the question. Where's the money to pay for all the materials?
Huh? Your guys'
Again,
pockets.
I'm glad the Haros are overseeing this mess because I guarantee they're smart enough to sell those things on the market. Oh,
They don't
thank God, Haros. Oh, thank God.
have 100%.
We would we would come back to a pot like an entire hangar piled full of mini Zaku weapons. Just oh my God, my head hurts.
Now, here's a question for you, Cop. Technically, it's for goblins,
Yeah,
but you have the answer more than I do, and they're not here to answer anyways.
yes.
Do we need to consider changing days just so that we're not clashing with their event?
No, no, no. The event's like once a month, maybe, and that's separate. It just what day it falls on varies. They
Okay.
close up for the night at at the regular time and stuff. The problem is that they're moving tons of stuff around tonight.
And that's fair. That's fair.
They literally they literally went from 1.2 million magic cards to 2.2 million magic cards overnight,
Jesus.
on top of remodeling and a bunch of stuff all at once. So the owner is extremely stressed, but they're open, they're functioning, they've got it going.
Okay.
It's a busy place and it's worth checking out.
Yeah. So I shouldn't expect a response back tonight. Got it. That's fine.
Yeah, the show's taking up a lot of their dedication tonight. It's really great of them to go out of their way for the community.
Yeah, and I
Um,
get that. Um.
we gave them the golden. They have a. We gave them a suitcase with a golden pride brick.
Hmm.
If you know what that is, you know what that is.
I do not. Mostly. So I'm thinking, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline on the Turbo Dork paint right now. Because I looked at our plane ticket situation, and that's gonna hurt me. But we're gonna get it done.
Question. I'm not
Yeah.
supposed to long rest, right?
Oh, everyone's healed up.
Okay.
All right.
Let me think.
You've got 2 levels. I've got 2 levels. I should have been sitting here doing this, but I've been tapped out. And
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
yep, right.
Yeah.
No, we're good. We're all here. We're ready to go. We're ready to dialogues. How do you want to? Are we still in game, Viv, or did we load out between?
You had the chance to log out. You had a
Okay,
long
cool.
fight against the 5 people that you were facing before.
Awesome.
You're basically just
So,
logging right back in right now.
throw our headsets on, type in our passwords, and go. You ever see
Battle
Digi?
Network. Execute.
What'd you say? Mega Man Battle Network.
Execute.
Execute. Whenever I say this, I always think of things like Sword Art Online and like Digimon World, where they're like getting sucked into the computer and weird stuff.
Yes, but the Mega Man
Jack in.
transition is just
The jack in, perfect.
no,
Mega
after
Man?
you jack the little animation they play
Oh.
where it's like
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
vaguely. I'll have to go back and watch. That was
Battle-
actually a really
the
good.
Battle Network games.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
the
the Battle
games,
Network
not the
games.
TV.
Yeah,
The
I
games
heard-
were a little weird.
They were just like
Oh,
Jackie
yeah,
and
well,
Mega Man and raise their little devices up in the air and just.
yeah, I imagine it's like that little like transition scene that they play where it's all
Can you hop into the chat?
All right. So, y'all are loading in.
Yes.
You have
One moment.
nope. Rest in peace. Okay, they're back.
Meow meow.
Meow meow indeed. Okay. So you're all loaded in. You're on board the SSC Slug because we still have properly renamed it.
I love it.
We're not
Woo!
renaming it.
You hear Tria from the Mech Bay. She's jamming on some music back there. Here's some classic rock. Or just
those old records off the shelf. That's it. Listen to that.
we're gonna mute that.
See, the
You
worst
got
part.
pretty.
The worst part is I know someone who pretty much goes by Sea Slug as a streamer, and so it's just like I'm just sitting here whenever y'all are like SSC Slug, I'm like, so we worship this person that on occasion builds Gundam.
Oh, hell of a slug.
You're welcome unintentionally.
Yeah,
Right.
you're unintentionally welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah. No publicity is bad publicity.
I mean,
That's what they said. PT Barnum and Bailey.
I don't know. Some of these streamers be cute. Not gonna lie.
Damn, Viv.
I mean, but I'm taken, so I don't care.
Girl. Oh. Gonna get yourself in trouble.
I know. But you know, it's just like Harlequin and Ivy. They're pretty hot too. But you know, we don't see me getting in trouble for that.
I would, Angel, I'm sorry, I might get in trouble for that.
Look,
What do you mean? They're not real.
you're talking some spicy stuff right there, dude.
All right.
I know. That's what's interesting about it, especially the.
You went with some really spicy ones there.
Well, okay. In my defense, so obviously McDonald's is selling their multiverses toys, which is really just a shitty puzzle inside of an amazing, sometimes amazing little metal tin, and I literally have the Harlequin one sitting right here on my desk. So that's why I brought it up.
Really?
Oh, look. Shout out to fast food places. You really want to get business back up? do like the Pokemon stuffies like KFC had, bring back the goblets like we got from Burger King with Lord of the Rings.
Why is
The
everything Burger King?
well, no, Burger
Fucking
King,
awesome.
they had like the best like toy things. You could get all the gold Pokemon cards. Those are still to this day ignorantly collectible.
I know, I used to have them. I don't know what happened to them, though.
That's everybody's things. They're like, I don't know what happened to mine. Yeah, right.
Aliens took
That's why
them.
they're collectible. Yeah,
Anyways,
alien.
it's all about aliens. It's their fault. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
It was the Dark Gundam.
Dark Gundam. So, actually, that does remind me. So, I was talking to Persephone. I was like, yeah. It was like, regarding some of our conversation that we were having, just the two of us. And I was like, yeah, so it kind of reminds me of your Gundam that I gave you, which was the Gaia Gundam, which is a transformable, by the way, that transforms into a dog.
Ew.
Or a canine in general. And I thought it was pretty funny. We'll be seeing her character along with several other characters in the near future. I do think that season 1 will actually not be ending on a 12 episode because unless this one lasts like a couple episodes, we're probably not going to do a 0.5 anymore going forward. We're just going to do separate episode counts. But yeah. Speaking of which, we are deep in and we haven't started, and I don't like that.
I'm sitting here. I'm working on my mech, and I'm getting hand wrenches and stuff by a couple little tiny nightingales. One of them I pat on the head, say thank you, Steiner. Go report. He salutes me. Yes, ma'am. And goes wandering off. Butt skirt going swoosh, 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 swoosh. Door closes swoosh, behind him. Who's next on my list? Who's getting in here? Play.
Yeah.
Play your game.
You
Play
hear,
your game.
you hear a whole bunch of tinkering, metal noises. Well, you might hear the occasional cuss word here and there. And I come out, my mech all shiny and spiffy and ready to go. All right, what are we doing now?
Alrighty then. So, a
Crap.
SD Gundam comes rushing in
She's not.
because we're
Lovely.
that basically comes in to meet all of you. Lovely party. Needs to have a chat with y'all. Don't ask how it got through all the security, but it did. It did. And
There's a horde of little nightingales come piling into the room, tripping over one another after it.
yes,
Did they attack him?
they're like intruder.
Wait, am I logged in yet? I log in and I tell the nightingales to fucking attack him.
As
No,
your nightingale's attempt.
Intruder!
not
Well, hold up. I got this. So as your nightingale little pets decide to attempt to shoot, they realize that their guns cannot fire as this is a safe zone.
It's okay. I give them my rocket launcher to use temporarily.
Your rocket launcher
start-
does not work in a safe zone either. I don't know
They
how many
start
times.
throwing.
I don't
Why
know.
use the ship in safe zone?
Angel,
Wait,
how many times do I have to tell you this? As long as you're not in a combat zone, it's always a safe zone. This is like-
Angel. Angel.
4
You
episodes
cannot
later.
murder. Angel, you cannot murder hobo mostly in safe zones, okay? You have to ask for permission to in most instances.
I
Okay.
can't shoot a rocket instead of the ship.
No.
No, you cannot. What happens if you set off all the munitions and kill everybody and that's the end of the game today?
I don't.
We respawn.
Well, that's
No,
fair.
but you can throw wrenches, you can throw Chris,
I
what
throw my little nightingale at their face.
Well,
Chris, what are those cool things Brock makes in Pokemon? Jelly-filled donuts?
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah, nice,
no,
a nice jelly.
those are not jelly-filled donuts, you motherfuckers.
What are you talking about? That was a
Hey,
delicious.
what's your language?
Look, we're not fully sponsored yet for me to be kind and rewind.
Jelly filled donut.
Anyways,
Jelly-filled donut.
so the the little ST Gundam sits there and frantically looking at you. He's like, no harm, no harm. Messenger, messenger. And it it basically has a screen out with what little communication is available, and it's Hero on the line. Hero's like, I where the fuck is my reinforcements? And
His wings are like exploding out.
You see Sergeant like mid swing with a wrench, just paused, like, well, go on.
you hear explosions in the background of the video, and Hero is kind of topsy turvy and he's getting his ass beaten. He switches the cam over to showcase.
Hold on. I don't have levels, but I'm taking initiative, and I'm at the Haros in my bay are already hitting go. They're like, hey, they're broadcasting the stream to me.
Oh, you heard the man.
I don't even say that. I just tell them, get your asses, get stuff in gear. We need to get going now.
As the screen, he attempts to change the screen view.
LSD, dude. Sorry, buddy, you're coming with us. Don't care.
As he attempts to switch the screen, or as Hero attempts to switch the screen over to the battlefield, you just see static as the screen kind of ends, and you hear a scream of agony as Hero more or less is assumed to have been defeated. Yeah.
We get all the cool Gundam like explosions, like wings popping, the screen going static, and it just blanks out.
Yep.
I get levels.
On the screen it notes the last known location of the message, so to speak. It was live streamed, of course, so you pretty much know exactly where this is going down. It is exactly where Hero requested your folks' help previously, on the battlefield, where you previously had fought for what the fuck was its name? Give me a second.
Celestial?
No, but give me a second. Basically, it's where more or less 90% of the content occurs for 00 and Gundam. Kazakhstan or Azatistan, I think is what it's called.
Oh, Space Kazakhstan. Gotcha.
Holy shit. Does Borat have a Gundam?
No, oh my god. Y'all crazy.
What? Space Kazakhstan.
It's awesome.
That's a rip. I don't need that going off. We don't care about Alleluia. Anyways. They don't want to provide me this information apparently, even on the wiki. So yeah, basically go to the last place you were at with the fight against the original first Dark Gundam that you fought off against. And yeah. As Cap punches it, unaware of who is on board, you all just head that way. As your ship is kind of going that way, you see another ship, kind of a much smaller one, we'll say. It's type unknown. It's kind of there. Looks custom made, very customized to match. And you get a comm call in. It would seem that the build tri-fighters and OGs are there. they've also decided to enter into this combat with y'all. And yeah, so basically 2 ships heading that way. They have decided to quickly transfer over the player that's going to be partaking in your sortie this time around. The others are going to be heading off to a different location for now. So Yuma heads over in his Storm Zeta, not Zero Zeta, Storm Zeta, and he will be partaking in the sortie. Amongst your players remaining for this fight, unfortunately, what do we have again? Sylvanas and the Nobel are out of commission, so they did not log in today. You have Maya and her Sazabi. You have Haro and the Sailor Rinko Supreme, Rosé. And there you go. You have choices between those 3 to fill in 2 slots. Would anyone like to verify who is on the ship so you can understand what is going on?
Security already got set up. Don't we have like a ship-wide scan? The moment those little nightingales went batshit, they should have been all over looking for me. Even if they found the one, they should be looking for more, shouldn't they?
Well, this is more of a... So first up, this is more of a clarification of who's missing. So I've informed you that 1 player will not be partaking because they are currently rebuilding their Gundam.
Yeah.
There is, in fact, a 2nd player who is not currently appearing.
It's the blonde girl.
No. Maya is absolutely there.
It's not Sylvanas, is it?
So there's Sylvanas, Maya, and Haro. But yes, the other missing player is Titania.
Didn't they log in?
They did not log in.
Okay.
I pick up my little nightingale and put him on my butt skirt.
Is there any
So,
particular reason why?
unfortunately, they did not provide a message because communications are currently down. So you did not get a message on why that's going on. That is exactly why there was a last-minute courier to explain the situation going on down on Azatistan.
Okay, so the courier should be talking. What's he telling us? We're in transit.
So the courier is giving you very minimal information. Obviously, like he really only had the tempad, which basically showcased everything that Haro gave you. He vaguely remembers the battlefield being mostly overran by 2 nefarious-looking Gundam. One whose appearance is that of almost like an Exia, but a more sinister-looking Exia, akin to a dark matter. For those who know what the dark matter Gundam or dark matter Exia is, it's a very spiky-looking Exia. Let's just say. The other Gundam in tow was a amalgamation of 3 particular Gundam in particular. The Dragon Gundam, the Epion Gundam, as well as the Shenlong Gundam. It utilizes the Epion's wing system, as well as the majority of parts from the Shenlong and Dragon Gundams. And that is all the information that it is able to provide to you.
Does it come with a yo sound effect?
Yo.
Yo.
Angel, do you got soundboards?
Oh
I
my
have
god.
soundboard.
I am joking.
Anyways.
No, too late.
So
I can't find it.
good. Good. I'm glad you couldn't find it. But yeah, so you're all heading there. You're almost there.
already in my Gundam. I've got the latex coming down. I'm taking a bit of initiative, and I'm already plotting.
Okay. Let
I
me
got 24.
see.
initiative?
Yeah,
I'm
initiative
taking.
rolls, please. We appreciate those. Caspar over here fucking rolling 2 dice. Why though?
Initiative. I mean advantage.
When did you get advantage on initiative? What the fuck?
I've always had advantage.
What the fuck? Get out of my store. I'm kidding. Alright, let's see here. So we've got lovely initiative.
Wow,
Lovely initiative
that
still.
that's an 8.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take an investigation. I'm gonna get some insight.
Sure.
So, insight first. Ooh, I got some pretty good insight on this investigation.
What are you trying to
So I'm trying to sort of tactical out where people are at as soon as we come out of space. I want to know who's where so we can be on top of and ambushing people without them even knowing we were showing up and start the shit show as soon as we are in the gate. I'm hoping Faros will tube the area down, mask everything out, so we can go storming in and stir up a shit show.
Yeah, let me get a roll for that. I should probably log into one of these characters. So, who are we sorting with? Are we sorting with Maya or Haro as your secondary?
I was gonna go with the Haro. Any
Okay.
other votes?
I'm not particularly picky. We just need somebody that has decent amount of range.
So, they're
Range
both kind
support.
of they're both really kind of a ranged unit, but also understand that Yuma is going to also be heavier ranged.
Okay.
So either way, all three of them are more or less ranged characters. Haro is more support, but Maya will be able to put out damage.
We'll take Maya out with us because we'd rather have the Haros running the ship and supporting because they're going to be the ones gassing down and giving us tactical preparation and insights.
There you go then. As
Rather
much as she doesn't
than-
like being part of stuff, but yeah, we'll take her. Let me roll that initiative for this baby girl. Against you. Okay. So
She says she's ready.
she's gonna slide right in. She understands her role. She realizes no one else can really fill in the space, so she's gonna partake in this one. She feels
She got
it.
a job.
She understands. Okay,
Does
give
she
me
have,
give me a second to kind of.
we have a job for her. Does she have some good range on her?
She is nothing but ranged.
Good. We're putting her on top of the ship
Minus the
and we're
fact
using.
that I haven't equipped her with anything.
We're going to drop her on top of the ship, anchor her down, and use the ship as a mobile firing platform for her ass. Anything that gets closer is a problem. It's her job to deal with it.
Okay, so I did
And
set
we
up
can
her weapon. Perfect.
to our advantage. Rather than put her in the front line and make her fight, we're
Yeah.
going to utilize what she can do to the highest degree we can.
Yeah. So she's also kind of gonna be a mix of, like she technically has range, but she's also kind of gonna fill in a very similar role to Angel in terms of, sorry, Caspar in this case, as far as because she does have a shield, so she's very defensive.
That's good.
Yeah, so she's
That's
her
a
HP.
great point.
Yeah, she's very defensive, but yeah, she'll do what she needs to. But yeah,
You
so
hear Trias over the thing talking to Caspar and Sergeant. Sergeant, we're gonna follow the first two the melees into the smoke as soon as we drop in on this. You and me, and Angel's gonna set up a second point anchor for us and hopefully clear out either any ads with the nuke, or she's gonna try and drop one of those bastards right into the smoke where he doesn't know it's coming and blow the whole area to shit. Are we cool with this, Caspar?
Standing by.
Basically,
Sorry, I was looking at my nightingales.
when you come out the gate, set up a point between the ship where Maya's gonna be and where all the combat is. You're gonna be our fallback anchor point. Utilize your nuke in your range to the best advantage you have, because you will be a target with that much firepower.
Yeah.
We're
So
hoping it'll be a mix of distraction and fallback point.
okay, so I do have that set for every arrow. Thank God I don't send that too much.
Okay.
So unfortunately, as you're coming in, your sensors are actually a little bit buggy. Your
That's to be expected.
Yeah, your insight and your investigation check did not bring back enough information to have the advantage in this fight. Strictly from rules' sake, I swear to God.
How much did you beat me by? Because hold on, I'm lucky.
No.
I can roll with that investigation check.
Go ahead and re-roll your investigation check then.
Alright, let's see if I can get lucky. Fingers crossed, everyone.
That's why you have a +2. That's not very much. Unfortunately, it is
17?
still not enough to beat it.
Do you need
What the
help with your
hell?
investigation?
Well, it's more that
Yeah.
they roll. There's a roll against it
All
kind
right.
of thing.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's more of the fact that there was a roll against it, and there's a modifier involved as well.
But I had that huge insight, like tons of insight.
I get that.
Like I still have the video and everything from Hero.
Yeah.
That gives me.
So you
That
know
gives me
where
approximately
you have
full
an idea of
awareness.
where everyone is, but you will not be able to outmaneuver them.
No, that's fine. We need the area smoked and obscured by the Haros as soon as we come out, because we're going to be using. Hopefully, we're going to all be able to fight blind and hope our enemy can't.
You expect to fight blind when I think you're the only one who probably has blind fighting.
Does anybody else have blind fighting? Just as a curiosity.
I think only one other
Um,
person should technically have it, and that's if they picked it.
Nope, and I'm sitting in the
What level
launch
am I
bay.
supposed to be? 11?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What? I'm only like what?
you are.
I'm like 9.
No.
So I am 11. Okay.
Let me
Cool.
Yeah, you're 11. Not everyone took blind fighting because it's so. It's not that it's limited, but no one needed it. No one needed it. You're the only one who is. You're the stealth person. It makes sense for you to have blind fighting.
Right. Well,
Barbados.
bust out
The Barbados is just. I do things.
Go on.
My goal is point me at thing, I break it.
Well, since I have the initiative, I'm going to drop out. Is there anybody higher on initiative than I am for combat?
Let me take a look at your initiative roll real quickly.
I think I'm second to you.
You are actually not first.
She is.
She got a 24, which is good. But
It's
that was
fucking
a 14 plus 10. You have to also consider that your opponent can have really good stats and roll better than a 14, potentially. All right, and then I need.
plus 10 to their initiative.
Okay, you know how easy it is to get to a plus 10? Get the
It's
feat.
not that easy to get to a plus 10.
It is. Just have 5 dexterity modifier and then have the alert trait or whatever the fuck it is.
Already have it.
Exactly. So anyone else can have that. It's not hard to get.
I understand.
But anyways, they just have to roll better than you since you rolled a 14. But anyways, so you're coming in and the Exia takes a look at your general direction because it can see your ship kind of coming in. And it starts to head your general vicinity. It is all transammed up. It does not give a fuck. It's already in a base transam. And let's see. You're all out of your ship, right? Or nah?
I I've been
No, we're all still in the ship. That's why I was trying to punch out.
I've been
That's
sitting in the launch, waiting to get fired at the strongest guy there.
that's fair. Well, well, it does head at your general direction, but of course its turn does end before it can get there. So it is going to be Tria's turn to launch.
All right. Well, Kitty's got some cool stuff. I'm gonna go invisible and stealth up. Actually, so
You're gonna launch stealth.
yeah, but I'm not launching out the same way.
Fair
I'm
enough.
popping and just slipping out.
Okay.
Poof, gone.
Okay. Okay.
Homer Simpson into the bush.
Pretty much. Poof, gone.
Okay.
And I'm at the same time, I'm loading out. What's her name's getting to the top of the ship, setting up her firing platform.
Who?
Mia.
Mia is not a platform firer. If you're looking for your platformer, it's gonna be Yuma in the Storm Zeta.
We're setting up somebody on top of the ship as a platform gunner.
Yep.
And then we're staggering out like retreat lines and like firing lines.
Yeah.
So
So Yuma
Mia
would
wants
be
to partner
Mia.
with Cass.
Yeah. So basically the best way you can do this is obviously you and Mayhem are gonna be your frontliners, doing shenanigans. However the hell you do that. And then your two more defensive characters are obviously Caspar and Mia. And then yeah, you'll have
So Viv,
yes.
question.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to just pass and wait for somebody, like another player, to take an action and then get the drop on them? Or do I have to move over and sort of do it all in my turn with my attacks? And do
So
I have enough FUs to reach the Exia inbound?
so my understanding of the ready in action mechanic is if they come within your range, then you are allowed to use the action. That is about it. You will not be able to move during a readied action. So it's
But I'm allowed to move out and then ready in action?
correct. So you
Well,
can move to wherever you feel is a space that your opponent will get into and then have your actions readied. So if they happen to go into that range, then you can be like,
yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up at an intercept point, and if they try and go through me to the ship,
mm-hmm.
because they wouldn't necessarily even know I'm there, I'm just going to straight up take a shot.
Yeah. Okay. Then it is Caspar's turn.
What's the battle layout again?
So,
Hi, Einar.
Angel,
I
I'm
appreciate the
somewhere.
lurk.
I've ghosted out, and I'm in a straight line between the ship and the Exia. The ship is tilted off a little bit at an angle from where the Exia is inbound. It's aiming towards where the other people were.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? If you hit your launch out now, you would probably go to the right or the left. I'm assuming the right of the Exia, and probably be able to set up an anchor or even just take shots on it literally mid-flight. Question.
Yeah, absolutely. That is an option if you can manage to get out of there. But knowing Caspar doesn't know how to launch properly.
Come on, Angel, give us a full story and build it up. Get those lock-ons, and blow that sucker down.
Without a care in the world, I go over, I lock 1 foot in, that's enough for me, and then I get impatient and blow out now. Or launch out.
Okay, so you launch out unsteadily.
They go cartwheeling through the air as is their custom now. At this point, I think they almost get a bonus for doing it because
This is the only way they know how to.
Yeah. The you
I'm
you
getting better.
you unfortunately cannot, like, as you're launching out, you can't find your trigger finger, and
It's
you
okay. Am I in range? And what am I locking onto? Am I locking onto
I
anything?
feel like you didn't listen to anything I just said. You cannot get the trigger finger working. You can't find the gun. You're like, "Where's my gun? Where's my
It's
gun?"
with me.
And
Finger keeps flipping off mid rotation.
and
Wait,
and,
did
and
y'all hear me say that I had a nightingale on my butt skirt?
sure, that's okay.
Okay.
You didn't say that, but we'll go
Well,
with it.
I
Anyways,
did say that.
so as you're launching, poor hazardly, you forget your rocket launcher for the second. It is still equipped somewhere, but you basically, because of your failed
So,
launch, you just kind of zoom out. You're going at like double the pace you normally would, and you just slam right into the Exia.
Oof.
I'm fine
Well,
with that.
wait. Can I get an acrobatics check on something for this dingus?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. 13.
Okay. Is it enough? Is it enough for them to like get their shield and ram into that thing's shield first?
No,
It is a big
but
target.
but but Caspar will grab their shield, and unfortunately the shield is on the other side, not ready to fucking be used to like glide into the Exia. But let me do some rolls. Let me do some rolls.
Oh no, I was thinking like a crazed, like ignorant shield bash.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's not good
I
enough.
thought all my weapons would be like in hand, ready for use.
Well, they're in hand, but then again, you didn't launch properly.
And
Angel,
how could I not? Huh?
instead of doing the cartwheels, you need to start like as soon as you hit the launch, you need to like boost your thing so that you pirouette midair because you're the queen.
All right. So, despite slamming into each other, neither of you will take an ounce of damage, and you'll just be locked in combat. That's about it.
Okay.
I mean, that's just how the
Well,
rolls went. Both your acrobatics and both of their roll did not go anywhere this time. The Exie is a little confused.
Are they in range
right.
of? At,
Are they in
I,
range?
I I used my shield master and I shoved them back.
Okay. Let's see that shield master though.
I can't really. There's no buttons for shield master. It's just I have the
Just
ability to show them as a bonus action.
okay.
shove them towards cat. Shove them towards cat.
Give me a. You
Yeah,
don't
sure. I
you
shove.
don't even know where cat's at. You can't just shove them towards cat. Give me a second. I'm gonna look
Don't
at
we
this.
Quickly, give me a transmission.
hold on. Serious question.
Yes.
Don't we have apps like in our Gundams that tell us where each other are? Standard like Call of Duty things.
Well, it's Caspar, so
Radar.
no.
That's
What are you talking
true.
about?
Mars over there with like the old school World War II radio inside the Gundam.
The
How?
1800s.
Okay, Caspar, why don't you roll your unarmed strike for me? How about that?
What? It's
I
a
see.
shield shove. That's a feat
I get
thingy.
that. I'm saying roll the unarmed strike to verify the shield bash. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it because you're both off balance for a second. So you push them back. You're five FUs.
Yippee! That's enough for my rocket, right?
They're a little confused. Well, no, because you kind of used up all your actions.
Oh, you
Yeah.
made me do that one.
Well, no.
Is
I have 3 attack actions.
Oh my god. Maybe don't launch like a special needs person sometimes. It might help you. But yeah,
Maybe don't say that on stream.
that's fine. It's fine.
meow meow.
Okay,
Meow, meow.
so you shot them and you hit them. How about that? Fine. We'll go with it.
Yippee! And then I get 2 more shots.
What? No.
No.
No,
No.
you did such a
You
poor
can't-
job launch. If you had launched properly, maybe, but you chose to launch.
I use my action surge.
Okay, that I can't get away with. But yeah, you can action surge.
That was
Yippee!
Fine.
Like you can't use action surge, but I don't have a choice on that one. Why waste your action surge so early though? Oh my god. Okay, so you did some damage.
I love our murder hobo.
So bad at this game. Okay, okay. It is now the chimeric dragon looking thing's turn. And I have not decided on what kind of weapon loadout this fucking thing is going to use, but it's going to just kind of...
Throwers and a trident.
Flamethrower.
Why would it need a... Well, flamethrower, yeah, but no. No. Literally none of... Well, actually, maybe. I don't remember what the Dragon Gundam used.
Flamethrowers and a trident.
No, the Trident belonged to the Shenlong. Pretty sure.
Oh, it uses a fire flag staff.
Okay.
It's like really cool.
Okay. So it's a flag. What are they called?
You mean a Spartan spear?
No. So it's weird.
a
So what
standard.
happened? It's like a standard, but he can actually like use the flag, like the standard itself, like a battle flag, where it whiffles out, is all burning flame. So what he does is he uses that like and burns you with it, or drops them all around you as like illusions and stuff. So a really neat effect.
Okay, so my choices are a standard, a varied beam saber, and
Kind of a fire.
a trident.
Was that
We love that. Let's see. We'll use the beam saber though. I like the beam saber more. At least for now. So it's gonna come rushing in. Hello? Who do we have here? Was partaking in our lovely D&D session. Hold on. I can't
That's
see.
the player.
That is... Oh, Cat just joined again. That's all. I thought it was someone else. I was downstairs for a second. But yeah, so... Our lovely... Dragon Gundam thing... I haven't picked a name for it because it's obviously an amalgamation. And I don't want to use Chimera because there's already the Typhus Chimera Gundam. It's going to come rushing in. Currently available are 2 targets because Mayhem and Maya have yet to launch. I realize I did not launch. Give me a second. Let me put this into place. I'll put it right here. Yuma. I didn't write Yuma down. Yuma's there. So we're going to go ahead and pick a target from 2 targets apparently. Not a D20. D4. 4. So Tria, Caspar, it is apparently targeting Caspar. That's right. I guess there really is only Caspar right now because Tria's unseen.
I am the juggernaut.
you're just gonna take all the hits. So it comes swinging in. I think I can do this fine. I should be able to see 3 rolls. Miss. What's your armor class again?
20.
Okay. I can't have both of you on.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
Alright, I'm just muting Cat on Discord because I'm going to get reverb there. Alright, so you said 20. Considering our level, that would be fine. That'd be fine. Okay, so you get 2 hits against you. Let me get you some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at about...
I'm trying to get access to my soundboard for this.
That's fair. That's fair. You're looking at 9 damage.
What are you guys fighting with? Beam sabers?
Yes.
Whatever that
So,
thing is.
basic.
Oh, sorry, I forgot my rockets too.
Which one?
Thank you.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to fix the soundboard. That's way too fucking loud.
I think you can lower the volume of them.
Well, then we're gonna have to do that. We're not using them anymore for the rest of the session until we get that fixed. Cause that I couldn't even talk over that, and that's not gonna work.
Yeah, we'll need to adjust that. Sorry, folks in the stream.
All right.
We'll get that next time.
So 9 damage to Caspar. A nice beam saber slash ×2. The Epion's version of the beam saber, for clarification. I know
Ooh, big fat beam broadsword.
yeah, I know it's not called a beam saber. I don't want to go looking for my Epion, so we're gonna do quickly.
Gonna call it a broadsword.
Bruh, we should just automatically go there. It is called a. It's still called a beam sword. Lazy fucks. I know it's got another name. Anyways, it's a special beam sword. But yeah, so that kind of happened, and it
Is any of this within range of Cat?
no, not yet, not yet. It is now Yuma's turn. A platform opens up at the top of the ship, and out pops through a conveyor elevator? Question mark. I don't know how this works. The name of these things. So an elevator, kind of heads upwards.
It's a power. It just goes
Power
shoots
lift.
you up.
There we go. Power lift. Power lift is the word I'm looking for, I believe. And so we have the Storm Zeta at the top of the as a sea slug. Whoop-de-doo. And there is our Yuma in their Storm Zeta, loading up their gun, their lovely rifle, and they are ready to shoot down some bad guys.
Viv,
Yes.
I know you don't like the name, but you gotta learn to embrace the slug. It's okay. Just accept the darts.
No.
Give that guy free publicity.
Look, the sea slug, she's a wonderful person, but I don't want to give her publicity like this. We don't even know her. I only know her vaguely. I haven't watched her streams in a bit, unfortunately.
Let's see slug what she thinks.
Right?
Oh, you already said what she thinks.
Hell, the slug.
All right, come on, guys. We'll joke later after stream. We're in the middle of fighting.
Right?
I got some murder hoboing to do. I've been trying to get. I need to kill.
Yeah.
I've been standing by.
Chris, lock in and launch.
It's
Oh,
not
I'm
Chris's
sitting
turn yet. Chris is dead last.
Aw.
We'll get
Yuma.
to me. We'll get. I've got a plan.
Yuma sets up his line of sights and gets ready to fire, and
Boy,
panics for a second, and then just quickly launches out like 2 shots, and drastically misses the Exia, who, while is currently in Transam, is able to just dodge both the attacks anyways.
I'm gonna break the.
And now it is Maya's turn.
Ooh.
Maya gets set up in the launch bay, and she gets down and ready. She's a bit nervous. She hasn't launched or fought in a while. She's been kind of focused as one of your supporters rather than an actual fighter. And she sets down, and she goes, Maya Sazabi. And if Neo Zeon launching, and just goes, Wheom. She forgets that she's not technically part of the Neo Zeons anymore. She's a traitor, but it's the launch code that she's used to, and she just.
She is no. Look, she is no traitor. She's the queen, and she may do as she wants. That was their choice. They don't have to like it, and we'll deal with that later. But for now, it's okay.
So she launches out. Her most zombies have a rifle, but she has twin Gatling guns attached to her arm, much like you would see on the heavy arms. EU, I
Whoa.
believe.
Hell yeah.
And then she's got
Well,
her
that's
shield.
also not a Gundam Unicorn, I believe. If it's a beam version of it rather than a ballistics.
Oh no, this is all ballistics.
Ooh.
Zeons,
Spicy. Like
Zeons, Zeons love their ballistics. They know it does better damage. And plus, being a Zazabi, she'll have access to plenty of ammunition for the fight, hopefully. If not, we'll just launch more out. But anyways, so she's launched out, and she sets up her sights on the dragon chimera, knowing full well that the dragon chimera is her hated rival from a different time. One of the greatest enemies to the Neo Zeon cause. And she
Whoa.
just
Starts blasting.
So anyway, it
Get,
started.
get.
we got our Sunny with a Chance meme right there for anybody who's watching.
So then, anyways, I
Wait.
started blasting.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I hate that show. Did I just meme it?
Yes, you did. The start blasting.
I feel all the
I hate. Look, I
Well,
hate
then
to say it, but that meme literally comes from that show. I never watched it, but I only know.
comes from Detroit. What?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's in Sunny with a Chance because it's as much
Danny
as I don't.
DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito. The
Yeah.
only reason I know is because that specific outfit that he wears for it is something I would have only seen in Sunny with a Chance or Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't remember what it's called anymore. Okay, I never watched the show. I just
It's
know
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Okay, I don't know what Sunny with a Chance is.
Uh,
But
don't.
anyways, so we're
You know,
just so me
it's-
Maya's just out there blasting away with her all physical bullets and just going pew 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 pew, and she just
She's not blasting through me. I better be on her sensor. She better be able to know where I'm at, even invisible or not.
so. Unfortunately, yes, we don't have a picture drawn for this, but the way I look at this is if we're looking from a planet side upwards, she's on the left. The Exia, the dragon, and Caspar are kind of in the middle, and then you're somewhere off to the right, which is technically
Yeah.
your left, for clarification. And so that's kind of
Alright.
where my mindset is on this battlefield right now.
Okay.
And so she goes blasting. And yeah, some shots hit. Some shots manage to glance off of poor little Caspar's armaments. Not really hurting. One of the little
Ricochet.
nightingales slips off, kind of scared for a second.
No, the
Get
nightingales.
back here, coward!
The little nightingales aren't scared. They are hell bent and happy to die for the queen. I'm sorry, just this was what Angel gave birth to, and the suffrage we have to deal with.
Fair enough.
Question.
They are thirsty little maniacs.
Fair enough.
Question.
I don't know.
Did I rip a hole in that big pile of junk?
What pile of junk?
The one I'm fighting against.
No.
What do you mean no? Okay, fine.
How would you rip a hole in it with your tiny little rocket launcher?
You're right, I should have used the nuke.
I mean, even if you used the nuke, it wouldn't have affected it that much anyways. But let's move on to Mayhem's turn.
All right. You see my Gundam loaded up into the bay, just kind of chilling there. You pan into me sitting in my combat little unit, and you see the little anime snot bubble sticking out of my nose
From where you're sleeping.
from where I passed out, like on the way there. And suddenly I hear a big old loud boom from somewhere, and I go, Are we here? Computer, what's the biggest thing here?
Taro. Haro, immediate danger on all sides. Launch immediately.
I said, what's the
Immediate.
biggest thing here?
Viv?
All right. So for size comparison, the dark matter Exia is arguably a little bit on the smaller side of things, but it is still much larger than an average Gundam. However, the Dragon Chimera, as we're going to call it now for laziness sakes, is a ginormous beast, which is an amalgam of 3 different Gundams. For simplicity's sake, let's assume that everyone's in a 1/100 scale Gundam. Sorry. 144 scale. The dark matter is a 1/100 scale. And the Dragon Chimera, which I cannot build this, but for simplicity's sake would be in like a 160 scale.
So the dragon one's the biggest one.
Yes.
All right, computer, lock onto that one. All right, shoot me straight at it. Biggest, baddest thing here.
Alrighty then. Your computer locks you into your launch pay, and you just shoot off because you're not thinking about it. The Haro will exclaim your launch code, mayhem, white rabbit launching, and just whoosh. And there you have it. You're out there. You get out into the brightness of the sky is kind of, well, slightly bright, but also like burning skies because everything's on fire. For clarification, like the entire ground is just poof, just in ruins. And standing before you in the sky, of course, not really standing, but floating in the sky is a giant dragon-esque Gundam, which is an amalgamation of 3 different Gundams, as we've mentioned, is the Shenlong, the Dragon Gundam, and the Epion Gundam. You see the Exia Dark Matter with all its protruding spikes. The Caspar, which you know in their lovely little Black Knight Gundam.
Cool.
And you do not see your ally Yuma, who's up above you, behind you even. And then you do see Maya in her black and gold Sazabi. And for some reason, Neo Zeon kind of gave up on the red theme and went for black. But yeah.
Do I reach the dragon?
You reach the dragon. It is actually very close to the ship. I would be very concerned about how close the ship is. And hopefully, after you go, it is able to recourse itself and get a little bit further away.
Okay. So I'm going to use a dash action to go ahead and use my charger ability and take a big old swing at this thing's face.
Okay.
And I'm trying to aim for like something like solid on it that I can use to push it back with.
Okay. Let's see those rolls.
Oh no, that's a 13.
Oof. That first attack just kind of bounces off. But you do still...
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I need to go red. But yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna take my 2 other swings. After bouncing off of this thing in like the face, I assume.
Uh-huh.
Say that again?
Yeah. You bounced off?
No, I bounced off of this thing's like face or whatever, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I say, okay, fuck it, and make a big old pirouetting spin to try and swing and hit this thing 2 more times.
Okay.
That's a 16 and a 28.
28 will 100% be hitting. I will, for flavor purposes, let that second one hit, though. So you got both
Okay.
hits. I love that flavor. Just that spin. Ooh, 14.
And an 11.
Not
No
bad.
bonuses to that. I haven't raged yet
Fair enough. Okay. Do some
because I
damage to
used the
it.
bonus. Yeah, I used my bonus action for the charger and that kind of whiff. I was trying to push it back some.
All good.
All right, I am straight up at this thing's face, and that's kind of my turn.
Okay. And then as your turn ends, Haro gets on the comms and lets you all know that she is going to try and land the ship a bit away so that way she's not directly in the battle phase. And also to give Yuma a better shot line, but also not be like in
No,
immediate.
they should be moving their way out of the majority of the combat into a safe area of the combat zone,
Yeah,
so that they can set up artillery support.
exactly. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna. They also want to like verify the location, so they're gonna send out the little nightingales to check on the quote unquote survivors. So that's pretty much what the little nightingales are gonna do. Is they're gonna spend most of the time doing a search
For
and
the
rescue.
queen! For the queen!
I didn't order them to do that.
Ah, well, you may not have, but Haro did.
Haro can ask them to do it,
Yeah.
and they're happy to. 'Cause remember, it's all in the greater service of the queen.
Imagine if you were to have some side rescuings happen, Caspar, and you got free,
I
unhinged money that you didn't have to actually do a damn thing for.
Or some of them could be scavenging. Like,
Exactly.
just remember, let the little nightingales rampage as they will, babe. There's
Yeah.
so many of them. At any time, there's just more.
do
That's
we
the
have,
rule.
do we have artillery on the ship?
The artillery is going to be Yuma and a little bit of Haro support here and there.
The Haros are going to be the look. The nightingales are making the ammo, so just be happy they're busy.
Fine.
Sorry,
They're always
Rinko Haro. I guess we have to separate that Rinko Haro from the rest of Haros.
yes. Rinko Haro walks around with like an avatar body, but with just a Haro head.
Yeah.
Like it's a helmet.
That's terrifying. Oh, you mean like that one game developer from Nier
Yes.
with the
It's
creepy smiley face?
yes.
God. All right. So
All
now it is back to the dark matter Exia's turn. It looks to its right a little bit concerned, but is mostly focused on Caspar, as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes right in for the quick swing. It is not happy with what you've done to it, rushing into it.
Well,
Yup. Maybe next time don't just fall into it.
Hey.
that's a minor inconvenience.
Is it within range of me?
It is not, but it does have a slight sensory awareness of where you could potentially be. But it's going to focus its current attack on Caspar. It hits. You said 20. Considering current. 2 hits would happen then. Alright, so it's going to hit you twice.
Okay.
And it is going to do a whopping 5 damage. Piddly little daggers.
Okay.
But it's going to move away from you. But it
That's
is able to ignore attack of opportunities while moving away.
Quit. We will.
It chooses to chase after the SSC slug, but in doing so, it should be passing through Tria's attack of opportunity range.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Trios is coming bombing out. You see Trias. You don't see her, but let me redo this. Clothed in my leather and my latex there inside of my cockpit, you see me flash up on screen. You start seeing some hand signs come out real fast. You're like, the hell is this, Naruto? And the next thing you know, she goes slipping into the shadows. Even just like her whole body, everything vanishes, only to come peeling back up in the latex on some real crazy ninja shit. And out of nowhere, she moved through shadows and gets the drop on this Exia. Hold on, let me give my attack.
Yeah, that'd be great. Also, hello for those who are just joining us. We are in the middle of our D&D session. We do have a lot of lovely things that we've kind of talked about at the beginning of our session before we started about sponsorships, quote unquote, and
Woo!
everything going on. Especially
First,
our,
I'm going to take.
as well as some new projects that will be coming for those who actually have a chance to see my build streams. We did get in our Barbados Dynasty Warriors mashup, whatever you want to call that thing. You've probably seen it several times throughout other Facebook posts, Twitch posts, whatever. Maybe it's on New Type if you're looking there. But yeah, that is going to be one of our lovely projects we will be doing after we finish up our current contest piece, the Fenice
So,
repainted.
I'm getting 2 attacks here, one for my polearm master,
Mm-hmm.
then one again for my regular attack. So let's go the polearm.
Okay. You know we love it.
And these are sneak attacks for this one.
Okay. Hitting.
I'm lucky. I want to re-roll this.
Okay. You're lucky.
I'm going to re-roll that burning sight swing.
Yeah.
Oh, for a crit.
Good, good, good. So, we are hitting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, not 4, not 5, but 6.
So here's the burning scythe.
Okay.
That's 1.
Okay.
And then my bonus action. What do I get for my crit?
So I believe
8.
the crit is pretty much just
26
for,
plus 8.
because we don't have a way to properly set in the crit, we're just gonna roll Burning Scythe twice for damage on that one.
Okay.
But you did miss, I believe, 2 of those Burning Scythes. Yeah. 2
No,
burning.
no, because I only took the 1 swipe with the polearm master, 1 swipe with the burning scythe,
Okay.
and then damage.
Okay. 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 Alrighty then. You did your damage.
Hold on. I also get the sneak attack damage there, so before
Fair.
I forget that.
This one. I think this one did. And
Plus another. Oof.
okay, so the crit already triggered itself. That's cool. Interesting. Why did it?
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it decides when you get the crit damage, but anyways, we're good with it. You're doing damage. It's
He's
taking a solid beating.
I'm jacking it up here. And if it thinks it's going to get away from me, it's confused because I get slashing. Hold on.
Yeah.
We have some slashing stuff. When you score a critical hit that deals slashing damage to a creature, I grievously wound it. Until the start of my next turn, it gets a disadvantage on all attack rolls. It also gets reduced speed.
Okay.
So it's reduced by 10 FUs and it's grievously wounded.
It is indeed.
Also, hold on, I have Assassinate.
You have Assassinate.
I'm not sure how that works, but I know my character has the feat like Assassinate.
Let's see. Did you pick assassin for your rogue then?
I think I did.
Okay, that just helps me so I know what I'm clicking here. Assassinate. At third level, you are the deadliest when you drop on your enemies. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet, which is irrelevant, unfortunately. But in addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. So technically, they all got crits
All right.
because you would have surprised them anyways.
Okay, cool.
So they took a
So they
bunch.
all.
Yeah, they all crit.
I'll let you damage out.
Yeah, we won't use the dice for it, but they will definitely take their damage. Don't worry.
I'm not. That's okay. I think it's all about the story, right?
You know, it is.
So I come slashing in. I go, poof, poof, and a brave and challenging drop on it. Exia is clearly stunned as I cleave into its armor with deep, heavy slashes. It goes reeling back, sparks flying a bit, gouges showing in its armor, clearly stunned by this unexpected competitor that came out of nowhere.
Mm. Screen pops up on you specifically. The others will not get to see it, but screen says, "Aha, a valuable enemy." And then that's all they say. They're just not really sure what else to say at
There's
this point.
It's just a black like silhouette, and it's like, aha, a good challenger.
It is not actually a black silhouette. You get to see.
So I actually get a face.
You get a face. You get a face. So they are.
Ooh.
They are wielding a mask. Tria would not recognize them, but they also have in the back of their cockpit, on the wall of their cockpit, is an array of masks. They apparently are quite a collector of interest in all the masks that you might find throughout all of Gundam history. And they like to display them in their cockpit.
Douche.
She looks like a really young gal. And
it's cool though. I'm loving the aesthetic. I can see it.
But you see on her mask something a little bit interesting. A sort of like energy flow is on the mask.
Rainbow? Is it a gay rainbow?
No, it's not a gay rainbow.
Oh.
The mask the mask has an energy field on it akin to, maybe your character would technically know about the M-body system. As your character, I would assume, would watch a lot of Gundam stuff. But yeah, so they have the M-body system, and it can kind of take over the player to some extent. But yeah, it is annoyingly your turn, by the way, Trio. You just fucking went ham, and you get to go ham again.
Oh shit! He's still surprised. I take it.
She is absolutely. Well, no, she's no longer surprised. So you're out of the
assassin. Well, no, that's disadvantage. Okay. I don't get the assassinate.
No. You'll still do a lot of damage probably, but she is now aware of your existence.
No, you know what? Cat uses disengage and pulls a bitch. Check this out. Cat's gonna drop into this hoe, bap bap, with both of my attacks with my shotgun after I disengage.
Okay.
I don't expect them to hit for much.
Wow. Only one of them hits. Jesus. How many shots did you get on your shotgun? Oh, I guess you get a reroll from something. Wow.
No, I took the shots.
You get
2 shots, 1 hit.
Okay.
Total of, I think, 18.
Okay. I don't know if your thing is
It might be lagging.
Yeah, it is definitely lagging.
And stuff, so my apologies on that. You're welcome to use whatever you like.
Okay, so we're going to take that 18. We're not taking the 9 for damage. But you get 1 hit.
I'll The nine's happy with me. I'm not that picky. Give me the 9 or
Fair.
18, whatever. That
Fair enough.
and I go slash, kick them in the chest and go bursting with my thrusters backwards and out from under the cloak with my left hand. You see me pull this sawed-off looking shotgun. It's not as long as a standard one. You see, boof, boof, shot raining everywhere as I twirl in a whiff of shadow and smoke, poof, invisible again, and go dashing out of combat. Always skulking nearby, waiting for my next opportunity to drop.
Okay. It is Caspar's turn. Actually, you'll need to do a stealth check for me. How about that?
What do I
I
need to do?
Not you, Caspar.
I I have an item that I can use to just go invisible. I have a dust of disappearance. That's what the smoke's about.
Okay.
Boop.
All right, then it's Caspar's turn.
Because it started to go away from me, I'm assuming its back is turned against me.
Yeah. And it has disadvantage. It's grievously wounded. Cat tore into this thing.
Keep in mind you are also engaged with the Dragon Chimera.
Oh, who cares about that? What does it look like? What can I see from it?
What are you looking for,
Give
sir?
us a check.
What can I see? Like the body parts from the thingy? Yeah.
Yeah.
The thingy. I love that response. I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
Angel, are you going for the Exia that I just cleaved up or the Dragon Chimera?
Is that the thing that left me?
The thing that left you is
No.
the Exia.
The Exia.
Yeah. What do I see from it?
Get a perception check. Roll.
Oh. Okay.
I feel like I don't know what you're talking about because you're just like, what do I see from it? And it could mean
You
anything.
said that like it walked away from me.
Yes.
No,
So the
what she's
Exia did not
asking is
walk.
what- I think what she's asking is like, what sort of damage has it taken?
Oh.
Where would they be?
No, I mean like what can I see from it? Can I see its arm, legs? What do I have a view of?
Oh, the
Thing.
Exia? You can see everything. What?
Okay. But is it like facing me or facing away from me?
Yeah, it's not interested in you. You're pointless to it now.
So it's away from me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't.
I fire 3 shots at the back of its head.
Okay, roll a disadvantage.
What do you mean with disadvantage?
Do you not know how this works?
Hold on. Wait. Question.
Yes.
They both have disadvantage.
How do I have disadvantage?
You have disadvantage. You're in melee range.
Because you're in hand-to-hand combat with another mech, technically, and double down, it has disadvantage because it's grievously wounded. So, do they just kind of cancel each other out?
Different type
I
of
showed you like
disadvantage.
5.
So the disadvantage that it would have is if it's attacking.
Okay, fair enough.
Did it come back to me after I shoved it 5 feet away? I'm sorry, FU.
The Dragon Chimera is right next to you.
It doesn't care about me.
It doesn't. It doesn't care about you.
It just got its ass ripped out.
The Exia had slight sensory awareness that there was another Gundam, but it feigned by trying to chase after the ship, thinking that's where it was.
Probably. Okay. Fine. I'll just fire straight at the head of the dragon thingy.
Okay. You'll still have disadvantage.
I'm sorry, the neck.
You'll still have disadvantage.
Angel, why don't you go for your melees?
Yeah.
My melees?
Yeah, don't you have weapons?
Didn't I shove it 5 FUs back?
No, you shoved the Exia away.
No. So there's two. You're fighting 2 mechs. Mech 1, you hit head on, pushed back 5 feet. It ran away from you when Mech 2 decided it was going to engage you. Cat ambushed Mech 1, and we're about 50 to 60 FUs or something away from you. 5 to just plenty far away. You're still stuck in close range hand-to-hand combat with another Gundam. That's Gundam 2, the Chimera. You might want to pull out your swords and carve it to bits and hit it with your shield. Just
Can
saying.
I, can I shove it 5 FUs back and then fire rockets at it? Possibly a nuke.
You can try, but you also have to understand
Give
this
an
thing is a
athletics
little bit
check.
bigger.
Give an athletics check.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Let's see if you can pull out this strength out of your ass. No,
Are we?
no.
Are we not in space?
So
Ooh.
Does it not weigh
No.
like a feather?
No, hold
What?
on, Viv. She has a point. She's trying to push it away. If she hits it with the shield and it don't budge, wouldn't that throw her dumbass backwards?
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay. And
Ooh.
So your
because I'm in
push
space, do I go
deflects
further
you
then?
back.
Now, do I need to refire my shots?
No, I'll count all those, I guess. Save us some time and some space.
Can I?
You got your damage in, you're good. Alrighty then.
Okay.
It's the dragon's turn, by the way.
Get her,
Oh.
Viv. Get her.
So
Use Naruto shit.
the dragon is a bit perplexed at how this fight is going. Kind of annoyed at the little bug with the skirt next to her.
I flip it the bird.
You can flip at the bird all you want. Comms are open and it's like, yeah, well, fuck you. Presses the button on its
Fuck
comm.
you.
And it presses a button on its command table. And you all look into this for whatever reason. You hear like this thundering storm up at the top of the space, kind of the gate that opens up to Azatistan, where you all entered from originally.
I yell out at it, shiver me timbers.
God damn it, you and your
Just
random.
blocking it.
All right, so the storm pops up, and out of the storm, you see two kind of like energies kind of shoot down in an object shoot down towards both the Dragon Chimera and to the Exia. You feel kind of a familiar sense about this. You notice that as the form of these two beams, these two energies come down.
Hold on. Can I be bad for a moment?
Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me.
Anything that passes within range of me, I get a reaction with my pole arm
Okay.
and stuff. If what I think's happening and my character's pretty fucking perceptive, let's see if I have insight here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What are you
Oh, yeah,
looking?
got
What are you
22.
looking for?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna try and give a sleight of hand and snatch one of the falling stars
Okay.
right out from them. Yoink! With my
So,
glowing hand.
despite your amazing roll, as you go to grab
No,
it,
but my glowing power, I grab it like not for you yet.
well, as you go to grab it, it just kind of passes through you.
Damn. I tried. That was cool though.
It was cool. Unfortunately, due to the nature of this item, which clearly you've already determined what it is.
I'm just like, okay, it happened.
But
It shoot through.
But your awareness has made you very clear that these are in fact, one, the missing card that disappeared on you that day in the arena, and the other card feels a bit familiar and you're not sure why it's here and being handed to somebody else. But it is... So the black card heads down to the Dragon Chimera, and then the red card heads over to the Exia. And you see, as they attach to the mobile suits, the King of Spades appears upon the Dragon Chimera. And for whatever reason, the Exia is branded with the Red Joker.
Isn't that what's her name's?
It is. The Red Joker has two faces.
Yeah.
You'll understand. You'll understand. You'll understand.
Well,
This is all.
whose turn?
This is all build up for mischief.
Actually, you know what? Are we gonna call it there?
Um.
Mayhem's Mayhem's passing out. We hit 9, and that's a great spot to wind things out with.
Yeah, that's fine. We can stop there. But
That's
yeah.
cool though. The cards show up. We're mid mission. One moment,
Mm-hmm.
and this is hella good. On our outro, let me give one more shout out and a spot to our official sponsors to a certain degree. Goblin Games, Goblin Dice Games and Grill in Cumming, Georgia. The best tavern and eatery around. A growing stock of over 2.2 million magic cards and growing. If they don't have it, no one will.
Fantastic. In regards to that, ow, that hurt. Tomorrow, those of you who may know I normally stream on Thursday, I did cancel it unfortunately. I do not want to stream 3 days in a row, for one thing, and two, I do want to focus a little bit of time this weekend as I have a 3 day weekend. Plus, when I get off Thursday, I did want to focus some time into my contest piece. But hopefully, once the contest piece is done, I am going to do a big stream for a piece, and I'm not going to pull up the camera again. I'm sorry, folks, who did not get to see it. But we do have a Barbados. The Barbados in particular is the special third-party Barbados that has the Dynasty Warriors kind of esque theme to it. I did mention to some of my viewers that we were previously going to do a third-party kit at some point. And I found the Barbados at a good deal. It was just coming into new type. And so we picked that up. I have not actually looked in the box yet, but I did get it tonight. And we are happy to do that. At some point, we will also be doing a Justice Gundam that came in, our second real grade that we will be doing. While I do already have an Epion real grade, I want to hold off on that one and do a repaint for that one. I love the Epion as is, but I did want to paint it up kind of, not necessarily in the Year of the Dragon color scheme that a lot of people are doing because it is the Year of the Dragon,
Yeah.
but we're going to do a repaint on that some other way. And at some point in the near future, we'll be picking up a fourth real grade. Our first real grade is the God Gundam, but I do want to get another God Gundam and repaint it into Japan's color scheme, which pretty much just removes the blue and the yellow in favor of pushing heavier on the red and white. And then for the inner frame, we're going to go with a more light silver, not the dark metal silver. But yeah, that is about what's going on with the mischief.
Can I make a volunteer suggestion that I think would be really cool?
Sure.
Shinryu, I believe it is, from Final Fantasy XIV, our blue sort of cool dragon waterworm.
Okay.
He's the Chinese style dragon, like super Shenron, very nice feel and look to it. I think that would fit really well.
Okay, we could do Shinryu for the Epion.
Yeah, like a Shinryu Epion.
It would be very contrasty to the current scheme that it has on it. And then
Yeah.
lastly, do look forward to and be aware of our rebranding that is coming here probably Sunday. I'm not exactly sure the time scale on Twitch because it's weird how it wants to work. So it'll either be Sunday or Monday, but that is coming up. We will still be Mischief on some level. Right now, currently, the votes put it at Mischief's Violet Garden. I don't mind it, but we'll see.
How many votes have you had?
Honestly, our vote count is abysmal, but that's also because currently the votes are...
Vote.
You did not fucking vote. No one else really has been, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I've got 5 votes right now. Of those, I've got 3 for Violet Garden. I've got 1 vote for Garden. And then 1 vote, which is a very interesting one, is for the Jester Goddess.
I like Mischief Jester.
The Jester Goddess?
I like mischief and just kind of fits, but the mischief jester goddess would work.
Yeah, so basically what our current 6 choices were on this vote, it was Mischief's Violet Garden, Mischief's Gunpla Garden, Mischief's Garden, kind of lame, whatever. Probably dip on that one as much as I love the person who may have voted on that. Mischief's the Jester Goddess, Mischief's the Gunpla Goddess, also kind of meh. The one that might be okay is Mischief's the Gunpla Jester, because we do Gunpla stuff, but at the same time,
I like. How about mischief and jest?
Mischief and I don't want to I don't want the and. The and gets really complicated. I think that's where the problem comes in with the name right now.
Mischief's jester.
Maybe. We'll figure it out. We got a couple days to dial it in. I'll be doing a lot of thinking while I am painting up the Fenice for the contest. But yeah, thank you all for coming, and hopefully we will see you next time when we decide to pick up a stream. Most likely I will just do. I'll be continuing on from where we left off with the Freedom Rouge. I'm not gonna say up that full name because, oh my god, is it a mouthful? It's like the Strike Freedom. The perfect.
Oh my gosh!
It's the perfect Strike Freedom Rouge.
Hold on. Can I make a suggestion as a theming for that one?
Huh.
Can we do it Moulin Rouge?
Huh.
The movie. Have you ever seen the movie Moulin Rouge?
Absolutely not.
You should watch it sometime.
I'm not
fantastic.
repainting. I'm not repainting that piece of shit. Look. I'm sorry. While I was building that thing, I struggled. I actually had to glue the V-fin because it came in 3 parts, and they did not want to stick together. So I just said, screw this. We're putting glue on these. Luckily, being in the hobby world, you have super glue. If you do not, and you are in the hobby world, get the fuck a bottle of super glue. Just get one.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Mazes and Mischief or whatever we happen to be rebranded to.
Oh. All right. Bye.
Right.